This is a homage beat.
Hey, what's up A-Team? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Araceli. For today's video, I'm going to be helping AJ with repainting his rims and brakes on the Scion FRS. This is going to be a casual how-to just because I'm not an expert. I'm just being AJ's assistant for this project, and I thought I'd share the experience and knowledge with others in case you plan to do the same.
Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Bebas. Hi, my little Bebas. Come here. Hi.
Alright everyone, so these are the items that we did use to complete the project. We did have to take the extra step and actually strip his wheels first because he did already have this custom wrap. It is a removable coating. Even though it says gloss, it definitely wasn't a gloss finish. It finishes as a matte. So unless you want matte, of course, go ahead and pick this up. But just a little warning, since it is a removable coating, it does peel off quite easily. It lasted about 5 months, and after the 5 months, it didn't look as clean as it first did. So I would definitely recommend this gloss finish. We got those 3 items from Walmart. It was pretty cheap. I'll go ahead and list the prices down below just because I don't remember off the top of my head at the moment. But to actually strip the wheels, we did use this goof off. I would recommend getting about 2 of these bottles for all 4 wheels just because we did run through one pretty quickly. We were just trying to use it efficiently so we didn't have to waste another trip. He did get this from Lowe's as well as these stripping pads. This combo definitely makes it a little bit more time efficient. So go ahead and grab these 2 and this will take the dip right off. We did have to go in and sand the wheels as well before we put on the primer and the actual gloss, just to make sure that it sticked a little better. We did have 2 other sanding papers, but we did use those and I just tossed away the packaging. You'll see it a little bit later. I had 120 and I had a 150, and then we have this 180 right here. I would recommend getting about 4 packs. 2 of the 120 and 2 of either the 180 or the 150 both work fine. I would recommend getting the ones from Walmart just because they were cheaper than these 2, and also they were already pre-cut, so you didn't have to use the scissors to actually cut this because these are pretty big sheets already. But that's no problem, of course. If these are the only ones you can get your hands on, they work just as well. Of course, you go in with the primer. He did also get this brake cleaner. I want to say he picked this up from O'Reilly's. I'll go ahead and ask him. I'm not really sure because he had already had it before we started this project. So we went ahead and got this brake cleaner, and then we used this red paint. It is a really bright red. It looks dope, so I recommend that one, honestly. The wear is pretty good. He already had his 2 front brakes, so we just touched those up and then went ahead and paint the back 2. We didn't even need to touch up the 2 front ones, but it was just because we just had time to, so we did it. We did have the gloves. You should use those gloves with the goof off in case you have sensitive skin. My hands, I do have sensitive skin, so that definitely would have helped if I would have used them because mine actually got really rough and it started stinging a little bit because I might have like little cuts. So that's kind of started hurting me, so definitely grab these gloves. We did use this along with Windex after we did the sanding just to clean it off, so then we can go ahead and put that primer on. And then of course we did have the, what is it called? The index cards to block off the tire from getting painted as well. So definitely have something prepared for the floor and the walls to make sure it doesn't come up because even though we blocked it off, I'm sure you guys can see, let me open this for you. Oops. I'm sure you guys can see that this side is a lot lighter than this, and it's because the black was coming off, and then that red was from a previous time that AJ was spray painting back here. So that's gonna be oh man, I have to clean. I didn't clean, I just picked everything up right now. So that's gonna be an extra project because now we're gonna have to clean out here, sand it, and then dye it before we move because well, we are renting, we're in an apartment right now. So just a little heads up, Oh, also make sure to get masks because me and AJ were actually blowing our nose and we had black stuff coming out. I'm not going to show you that because that's gross, but make sure to get masks because that's kind of where we messed up on, and we definitely had to pay the price for that. So let's go ahead and get started.
So first, if you have Plasti dip on your rims, you're going to need to do an extra step and take it off. We began doing it the long way. I'll tell you the shorter way in just a minute. With 100 grit sandpaper, we started sanding down the Plasti dip. By the way, the ones I'm showing you are the ones we picked up from Walmart. Then after we sand the whole rim with 100 grit, we're going to go in with 120 or the 150 grit sanding paper, whichever one you were able to get your hands on will work perfectly fine. But if you want to do the easy way, which we wish we did, our advice when you go to get your supplies, make sure to get Goo Gone. We think 2 cans will be best. It will save you so much time and effort because of how easily it will come off the rims. Make sure to put on your gloves and just take a paper towel or a rag. But if the paint is being a bit tough, use the stripping pads. All you have to do is pour the Goo Gone on whichever item you decide to use and go ahead and wipe off the paint. Then once you're done with that, then you can get sanding.
So see all this? This is dip, this is dip, dip is in there, dip is in here, dip is in here. Like, really? I'll get that.
Alright guys, so we're trying to get this Plasti dip off of my husband's FRS, but it's not completely coming off even with the 150 grit, which is what was recommended just so it doesn't get too rigid. There's still some on there, so we're gonna use like the full 2 packs on one of them because this only comes with 6 for each of them. I was gonna show you this, but my husband opened it, but this was just the 150 grit. And this also had the 6 pack in there. We do still have some left, but my husband just decided to go to Lowe's just because he's gonna just get the thing, I guess, to take the Plasti dip off in particular because there's just so much in here. Like, it's gonna be a bitch. So that's what he went to go do. So we're gonna take a quick intermission because this is what it looked like. He was peeling it off, so it was a matte black, but now we want to make it a shiny black. So we will catch up with you guys in a minute. I'm about to make some chorizo, so if none of you gotten on this before, you best get some. It's bomb. Then of course with some eggs. But all the tortillas in Virginia, they are just so thick and soft, and I hate it because it's not what I'm about. I feel so bad that it didn't work out. He got so frustrated. I could tell. My poor baby. I'm excited for it though. It smells so good in here. I wish you guys can smell it. It's like a bomb. Gonna go ahead and cook that for a little bit. Of course, we put the chorizo before. Give you guys a quick cooking lesson real quick. In case you were wondering, I am Mexican. A little bit Japanese, but I'm pretty much Mexican. Oh, let's see if I can. Oh, this is gonna be a fail. There we go, close enough. Probably look like a white girl whenever you guys do see me. I'm not showing myself right now just because I look like garbage, so don't want to scare you guys off because this is my. I think this is going to be either my 3rd or my 4th video for YouTube. I'm filming right now just so I can get caught up because I haven't posted. And like, it is going to be going on the 2nd week. And I just want to apologize for you guys, but you guys will see a few of them get thrown up very soon. I just recently left my job, so now I'm going to actually have time to focus on YouTube, like I really want to, so that'll be cool. I do have, like, I actually wrote it down, like, in my planner, what I'm going to be recording when, so I think that's going to help out.
This is a homage beat.
So we wiped down the rims with Windex, let it dry for about 1 minute, then went in with the primer. This is coat number 3. We did 5 on each rim, allowing 15 minutes in between for drying. It says to wait 5 to 10, but we just took the extra precaution. Also, we did an extremely first light coat and followed up doing spurts about 3 to 4 inches away. Okay, so now it's the final step. We are going to use the paint the same as the primer. Extremely light first coat, then follow up with the spritz about 3 to 4 inches away. Make sure to shake the bottle well and test it on a cardboard or a flash card. I was showing the bottle because it says to spray paint the rims within minutes apart, but we didn't listen. We actually let it dry 25 to 30 minutes in between because if not, it would have looked trashy. I used this on my own car and spraying it within minutes apart was a mistake. It set me back and I had to start the process all over again. So from my experience, just be patient and give the paint some time to settle in between. If you didn't put your mask on by now, make sure you put it on before you start using this or you're going to have black mocos.
This is a homage beat.
Painting the brakes is pretty quick. He just sprayed them with the brake cleaner, pat it down dry with a paper towel. He put bags over the parts he didn't want painted red, then just put some tape to secure it. Now he's just doing some spritz of paint, holding it about 4 to 5 inches away, and we also did 3 coats of the red.
I'll put another coat on. Now I did.
The bags actually worked.
Of course they were.
Shut up.
I looked everything up before I did it.
This one's pretty good too. The only bad thing is I think this is gonna stick to it, but we'll see. He knows what he's doing.
The rear wheels are finally done. He's putting them back on very carefully so we don't scratch it. We were supposed to wait 24 hours, but we only waited 1 hour because we need to start on the other 2. We only have 2 jacks, so we can't give it 24 hours. But if you can give it the full 24 hours or at least overnight, that might be easier because getting the wheels on and the bolts on without touching the rims was a struggle. So I'm going to go ahead and close out this video. Thank you all for tuning in, and I hope your project comes out dope. Make sure to tag me in any of your posts with your new upgrades because I want to see how others turned out. My username for all of my social media accounts are always in the description box down below. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to like this video so I know to bring out some similar content. Today's post notification shout out goes to my little bro, OG Gabe. Make sure to go show his page some love and wish him a happy birthday. Whoever else would like a post notification shout out, all you have to do is subscribe so you can be a part of the A-team, turn on those post notifications, and comment when done. Bless up.